Then comes the major surgery, the removal of the man and the formation of the woman. A woman born at the age of 24.
A new life is begun.
The body of the woman within begins to appear now. The world is shocked by a person who changed his sex. Thus, the strange case of Glenn, who was Glenda, one and the same person, not half man, half woman, but nevertheless man and woman in the same body. He dares to enter the street dressed in the clothes he so much desires to wear. Glenn is engaged to be married to Barbara. Glenn's problem is a deep one, but he must tell her soon. She's begun to notice things. Soon she will realize. He learned that foreign doctors were doing marvelous work with a sex change. Man to woman, woman to man.
Say, did you read about the guy that had his sex changed to a girl? Says he was perfectly normal, too.
How can a guy be normal and go and do a thing like that to himself?
What about their children, Doctor? Would their children become the same way their father is?
Glenda has made the decision. If the newspapers had not gotten hold of the story, it would have gone untold, unnoticed as so many others in medical history. Why is the modern world shocked by this headline? Why?
Do you realize what would happen if every man in the country that wanted to wear women's clothes or felt like a woman went to their doctors and wanted a sex change?
Glenn and all the hundreds of thousands of other Glens across the nation face quite a problem.
Freaking source to that weird number thingy, and I checked it right before we got on, and it did it anyway. But we should be good on audio now. Thank you, Thom. First time in the chat, Thom. Thank you.
Thom's the man. Make him a mod. Make him a mod. That's my buddy.
Oh, that's your buddy. Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Thom. Awesome. Thank you for joining us tonight and for catching that, because we have residual curse influence going on this show. Like we, in the first season there we watched a movie that had a curse on it, and so now every once in a while we still have some leftover, curse effects.
We're still shaking out the curse.
I don't
Garrett,
know.
you were very quiet.
Oh, okay. Hey, guess what? Can take care of that. Turn that up, and I can pull my mic a little bit closer to my mouth. Thank you, Fresh. Thank you guys all for joining me tonight. We are in store for another exciting chapter of Phantom Creeps, chapter 11, actually. So we're getting towards the end, guys. It's the rollicking, exciting finish after 10 chapters of cliffhangers and ups and downs. It's been, pretty exciting. Evan, you did not get to join us. Or wait, no, we didn't do Phantom Creeps last week. I forgot.
No, we did a different
That's
one.
right. Yeah, you guys were watching Amontillado, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
Cask of Amontillado. It was really actually a lot of fun. It was wild. We decided to save these last two Phantom Creeps for the last episodes that we have of this season of the stream.
Yeah, you can tell what we watched last week because it's still in the title of the stream tonight.
I changed it before we got on. Are you fucking? God damn it! I swear.
Wait, let me refresh and make sure. Hang on. It might have changed. Yeah, it's still a Cask of Amontillado.
I'm gonna bust.
The encore performance.
I mean, I don't understand what Streamlabs
Back to back.
this to me.
Guys, we're doing it again. We're watching Amontillado again.
No, we're not running it back.
I didn't get to see it though.
Well, we have.
Yeah, Evan didn't get to see it.
We have got to finish Phantom Creeps.
We've got to know what happens to Dr. Zorka.
Dr. Zorka and his meteor and his assistant who got shot last time, which was wild. We didn't even know. Let's see. You think it'll let me change the title of this live? It probably won't.
Yeah, you can do it in Twitch. Yeah, or you can do it in the Streamlabs, I think, as well. But
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it'll let me. It should let me. Oh, I know why it didn't. Okay, so funny story. I don't know if I've ever told this on the stream before, but for whatever reason, Twitch's title algorithm flags the word creeps. So if I name this what we're watching tonight, what it is, the Phantom Creeps, it won't publish the title.
oh my god, that's funny.
It sees the word creeps as some kind of.
It's a ban word.
It's
That's funny.
It's a dirty word on Twitch.
Would you guys know why that would be?
Twitch bans a lot of things that are stupid to ban.
Mm,
That's why that would be.
that explains a lot. That makes sense.
We've got to be careful even saying that word.
Yeah, we can't even
On
say
The Phantom blank.
The Phantom Crepes, as been referred to it at one point. Once I throw the asterisk in there, it could be whatever you want it to be.
Phantom Creeps.
Phantom Crepes.
The Phantom Creeps.
Yeah. So Phantom Crepes, Chapter 11, The Blast is the title of tonight's episode.
Sounds like a blast.
We can only imagine. If we're running around.
Sorry, I had to step on that one before anyone else got it.
I mean, come on, it was fair game. I mean, if you didn't get in there, Fresh was gonna get in there. So,
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So I couldn't really even tell you what happened last time. To be perfectly honest, we've done.
It
so
feels
much.
like it's been a long time.
It's just been a lot of running around in circles.
And nothing actually happens. People just run back and forth
Right.
between two sets.
They're kind of passing this meteor off back and forth like a football. It's
Like two meteors passing each other in the night.
in the night, just and a lot more like fire. No, the meteor here is kept in this box. So it's been this mystery box that we've been following basically for the past 10 episodes. So I imagine it's
What
going to
if
change
the
hands.
big twist at the end? What if the big twist at the end is they open the box and there was never a meteor?
There was never a meteor. It was all an illusion. It was all Dr. Zorka, again, Bela Lugosi, who is one of our main stars on this stream. Certainly, there's a cult of Bela Lugosi going on here. And in these mini-sodes that we've been watching, he just gets to do his thing. He just gets to get, make all these faces and sneer and laugh maniacally and do mad scientist shit, which he's really good at. He's getting to flex his muscles, but this is very cheap, so it's not like he's getting all these close-ups, which are, you want Lugosi at full power, you're gonna get a bunch of close-ups on them eyes. I ain't gotten a lot of that. I doubt that'll change in this episode.
These people can't handle Lugosi at his full power.
No, they can't. I mean, again, the women will drop. The men will run out of the building terrified. People couldn't handle Lugosi's sheer magnetism.
His magnum dong.
His magnum dong. Bela Lugosi's magnum dong.
Magnum dong.
Without a doubt, his greatest attribute. And even when he got old and feeble at the end, that magnum dong still worked, still held out. And again, if you've been following these minisodes, you know that I kind of been covering Lugosi's career each episode, and so last week we were like, all right, we're in late career Lugosi now. This is not necessarily very pretty.
So I wanted to start calling him Lugosi because he's the goat, but then I have to say Goatsy, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's saying late Goatsy sounds
just the French goats.
Right. Yeah. I think whatever you want to call him. I think he is certainly the goat. I think we agreed on that last week on last week's stream. Lugosi is the goat.
He really is.
But he got on hard times, and he worked with a little filmmaker by the name of Ed Wood, who, if you know anything about cult cinema or public domain cinema, then you know about Ed Wood, worst director of all time. He got Lugosi. He gave Lugosi some work at the end. So we watched the trailer for Glenn or Glenda coming in, which Fresh pointed out is a yikes. It probably, the trailer at least was definitely a yikes. The movie itself, the movie itself is very interesting. I tried to watch it. I didn't finish it, but I liked what I saw. I mean, honestly, it was like a weird art film. Completely, it was really surreal. We will get to watch Glenn or Glenda on the stream. We'll get to watch all 3 movies that Lugosi did with Ed Wood. They're all public. So we're going to see Glenn or Glenda, and then we'll see a trailer for another one at the break. So, you can look into Lugosi's career with Ed Wood. You can go watch the movie Ed Wood with Johnny Depp, directed by Tim Burton, which is an amazing movie if you haven't seen it. One of my favorite movies. Certainly how I got indoctrinated into Ed Wood's weird world of movies.
Weird film cult.
Weird film cult. He had a church. There was a church of Ed Wood for a while. I don't know if it's still. I don't think the website is still up or active, but I know that I joined the church. It was like a whole online thing. I mean, it really the religion of Ed Wood. And so, Lugosi's later career is kind of inextricably linked to Ed Wood, for better or for worse. Lugosi's son would certainly be one of those people that said it was for the worse. But yeah, Lugosi's son kind of felt like Ed Wood exploited his father. But other people,
Son of Dracula.
Yeah, the son of Dracula wasn't a big fan of Ed Wood, unfortunately. Bela Lugosi Jr. So it's it's one of those things. I enjoy.
I mean, doesn't every cult director kind of exploit some like
some
John
element.
Waters exploited Divine pretty heavy?
100%. 100%. There is like a fine line, and again, that's where I think you have to recognize to what extent is the actors participating for a reason. Like,
Right.
they're
not being forced to do anything.
Right. It's not necessarily exploitation if they're viewing it as like, well, this is work. This is exactly what I want to be doing. If nobody else is giving me work, like, and especially with John Waters and Divine, they're just out there fucking going for it, man. Like, just making a wild
eating shit, dude. Eating
shit. And yeah, I mean, you can't say. I mean, come on. You can't say that if you're eating shit that somebody exploited me to eating shit. You make dog shit. Let me specify.
Yeah, it was
not
dog shit.
human
Yeah.
shit. It was dog shit. But still, then if you haven't seen Pink Flamingos, then
Such a banger, dude. Pink Flamingos
like
so hard.
in this day and age, it isn't one of those movies that is like as bad. Like the reputation isn't as bad as it was. Which Evan or Cylon, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's pretty gnarly.
I haven't.
Yeah, they kill it. So they're filming it, and there's a scene where they these two like rednecks fuck with a chicken between them, and I think they like actually killed the chicken when they were filming it, because like I guess they just didn't believe in pretending to do anything. Like everything
that
they
chicken
did,
is the most dedicated actor of all time.
Certainly the most dedicated actor on that set. Well, Divine ate dog.
So did the Academy recognize the chicken?
I don't think this film was on the Academy's radar.
Well, I think the chicken at least made the in memoriam segment, dude. Come on. They had to give him some kind of recognition. No, we watched that. I think I had seen that movie. I had watched it on my own at some point in high school, like when I was on a John Waters kick, and then watched it again in my cult cinema class in undergrad, and it was one of those movies that I'm pretty sure people walked out, and this was the one that the teacher's like, okay, like we're watching this because it's important to the curriculum of our, like trying to justify, like why we're about to watch Pink Flamingos on this giant like movie theater screen.
All right, everybody be cool. I'm not showing you this because I'm into it.
Yeah, that was essentially what the professor led with. He had to do that for more than one movie for sure. Which made that class so much fun for me, honestly. Because I'd seen a fair amount. Definitely not all, but if you're going into Pink Flamingos your first time watching on a big screen, I can't imagine that's pleasant.
Have you guys ever watched Grey Gardens? Speaking of really weird cult films.
So I guess I've seen it all the way through. Fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, it tends to lose you. Because it's just like, we get it, they're like depressing and live in this dilapidated house.
Which is, it's a wild story, but you're right. Like at a certain point, right, really sad. At what point, I think the whole idea of exploitation certainly got brought up and it does with documentaries, certainly.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the new Nathan Fielder show, he's always subject to that because he uses real life people. They don't realize to what extent they're being used for comedic purposes. And so it's like, to what extent is he exploiting these people? And that's something documentarians deal with a lot. And certainly those Grey Gardens guys did. If you haven't seen the documentary now's parody of Grey Gardens, that's like the first episode, and it's
I have not. I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, it's the first episode of documentary now, and it is hilarious. Bill Hader and Fred Armisen, play the women, and they're just too good. Although Cylon doesn't particularly care for that episode. It's yeah, it takes a turn. I'll just say that. But yeah, which that whole entire show kind of parodies the whole idea of documentarians and their subjects. What's the line? You know, it's always a fine line between exploitation and working on a project, working on a movie.
Yeah, we're just trying to get this movie done, sir.
Just trying to make a movie, man. That's all we're trying to do. You'd be surprised how much you can get away with when you say that. Unfortunately, better for worse.
You'd be surprised what people would do in front of a camera.
Wink. Yeah. Oh god, this freak is terrible. All right. So I'm thinking that we can go ahead and get into chapter 11 of the Phantom of CREEPS if you boys have it queued up.
I am ready.
I'm ready. And if you get any feedback from me, just let me know and I'll turn the sound down.
I'll just slap you. I'll just reach across the computer and to that empty space where you sit on Friday nights, and I'll just swipe at it. All right. Well, since the boys have it queued up, we're gonna go ahead and get into chapter 11 right now.
But only when I'm doing it out loud, I'm already losing it.
Yeah, they're giving a lot because they know how much
Right, yeah.
It all started when Dr. Zorka was born.
Oh, right. He sneaks into the tower and fights this guy. Then he's going off the rails on a crazy train. Yeah.
Throw the derail switch.
Why is that a switch? Why is that a button you can hit? And here's the lever to derail the train.
Just in case, we installed the lever that derails the train and sends it careening off a cliff.
Don't touch it.
Now, remember, this is only for emergencies. What emergency?
You're doing pretty good for just getting into a train wreck. Oh, they're buffed right now, yeah.
Was this train transporting kerosene? This thing, it is...
Mr. Box, did you find it?
No.
It's burned.
Fighting was just before the wreck with one of the spy rings. He was telling the truth. If that box had been aboard, we'd have all been blown to bits. Feel any better now?
Lots. Ooh, a horrible experience.
Horrible experience.
Think what a swell story that'll make for your paper.
Yeah, this train's a little too much on fire, I agree.
Lend a hand with the first aid?
We're hauling passengers, and then in the next car, there's 25,000 gallons of gas.
got a car full of wooden planks.
The spies Bob phoned us about. They must have left. He's probably following them. Now's our chance to give this place a real once-over.
Real once-over. Is
A
it
real
a
once-over.
once-over anymore? I don't think so.
You've already been there. Yeah, you're getting it. You're giving it a once over 3 times.
It's at least a twice over, if not thrice over.
A once over again.
Monk is alive. Monk got shot. Playing along at home. Monk has been shot so many times that I couldn't even tell you
Oh, here he goes again.
Alright.
But the previous bullet that was lodged in his chest stopped that
Have some
one.
of the boys come back and watch this place in case anybody else comes.
He's more bullets than man now.
Hope we can contact Bob soon. I've got to get some more dope in this spy ring.
He's just stunned. He's just stunning.
These are my non-lethal rounds.
Lucky we saw West boarding that train.
So we can check that off our bingo cards. Everybody at home, Monk gets shot.
What's our next move? Get Stalker's mystery box.
That's the free space, basically.
I'll contact our home base by radio as soon as we reach the office.
Frank Sinatra's driving kind of fast.
He's doing it his way.
Two spies in that car.
Aha!
I told you that was a G-man who's been working with Captain West.
Look how unsafe cars were, dude. This guy's just leaning over it.
Turning to follow it. Step on it. Let him come.
You're literally just sitting on a bench with someone else, but you're in control of a giant piece of metal. No seatbelt. Now. What is this, James Bond? Look at the smoke screen.
With that cheeky grin on his face.
I like how he punched nothing.
The car would have stopped anyway.
Yeah, he was basically like on
Davey!
So is this a surprising practical effect?
Our prisoner got away.
Team?
Well, there's no use looking
Smoke
for him
screen.
now. The main thing is to get hold of Bob. Maybe he'll contact my office.
They got it.
Well, we'll go there anyhow. We can get out of this ditch.
I think the car was just broken and they added it into the plot.
Were the men in that car coming from the direction of the railroad?
Started smoking and they're like,
Then they're the ones
okay, that works.
Is it good for one more take?
Probably trying to get it out of the country. It'd be a terrific weapon of offense in the hands of a hostile nation.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get even.
I wish I hadn't let that guy get away. He might have given us a lead.
Well, from what we know, they'll probably go back to Zorka. We can probably pick him up there.
Oh, the wipe. The iMovie radial wipe.
Windows movie maker.
Where have you been, Monk? I was caught by Mallory and the government man. Did they have my meteor? No. But they chased a car with 2 spies in it. Captain West hasn't it either. Maybe the spies have it.
So what? Nobody knows
What happened to this
use
gun?
that right now? Are you
I tried to use it on Daly and Mallory, but they shot it and destroyed it. Destroyed it? They cannot destroy it any more than they can destroy me.
Why does he have a robot arm?
He's wearing a Nintendo Power Glove.
You should have more confidence in my brother. I believe you. Pull it away.
Oh,
They
he's
have
got
my
one of those
meteor.
scanner guns.
Not all of it.
He's got blinded.
Okay,
That's his pit boy.
Hold on, we're gonna go ahead and stop right here and take our break.
Oh, look at that thing.
Oh wait, where do you stop
God,
at?
Boys, I'm stopped at 3:25:37.
Let me back
I'm
up.
stopped at 3:25:49. So you
Oh,
should
okay,
all
let me
see.
catch up with you then.
49. Okay. I'll stop there.
No. 37.
Be fast enough.
Don't listen to Cylon. All right, well that was the first half of the
Come on, I'm gonna be ahead of you guys. I'm just gonna spoil it.
What happens in 4 seconds?
Cylon's just been watching the past like 20 minutes, barely chiming in, and now he's just gonna come in for the last half and
Spoil it.
No, in reality, I'll do what I did. I'll do what I did during the last series we watched and watched wrong episodes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there we go.
You're like, whoa, this is crazy.
3/4 of the way through, and I'm talking about a completely different episode.
I thought we were watching part 10.
You spoiled it for me after we've invested this much time. We've I don't know how many weeks it's been. I guess it's been 10.
It's been.
It's been. No, it's not. We did episodes 1 and 2 together, and then every other
No,
one.
well, this was back during the John Newland show.
Yes, I remember during the John Newland show, you were not watching any. Yeah, you were pretty much.
No, don't say any. I was watching. It was only one.
Which one was it? I don't even remember.
It was okay. The U-boat one. Y'all were watching the U-boat one, and I ended up watching no, maybe it was a different one, but I ended up watching this like thing about like a Welsh like fishing village.
Yes. Which, again, season 1, we watched a show called One Step Beyond, and you can find those episodes on our YouTube page. And yeah,
YouTube.
Again, it's been kind of wild. That first season, we watched an episodic thing, and then this season we've been watching a serialized story. And serialized storytelling is all the rage nowadays. But I can see the limits of it back in 1939, 1940, whenever this came out, because it has been a lot of like. For a serialized story, there's not a lot of necessarily substance, if I may put it so gently.
I've never seen a series so full of filler.
It's like all filler. There's nothing else.
All filler.
This is just empty calories.
You're lucky if you get an explosion, or some kind of cataclysmic event. Most episodes you do. That makes it worth it, at least. But it is hard to actually follow it as a developing storyline and actually know who's doing what for who and what their goals are, and the basic tenets of good storytelling are not necessarily present in a B movie serial from 1940s. If you're expecting that from something like this, I'm just going to tell you, it's not happening here. And again, last week we watched an anthology thing, a Cask of Amontillado. That was like a weird, you saw the limits of that too. You saw the limits of live television. So it's, it's kind of cool to see where all this stuff that we have now, I think.
Pretty dumb, dude.
Stupid.
This is all very stupid, dude.
Is this public domain? Oh, I don't even like public domain, dude. What?
I don't even get it, man. If he's a doctor, like, where are his patients?
He's a doctor. He's more like Dr. Phil. He doesn't have any patients.
Right.
Dude, where's the audience, dude?
Where's the overly aggressive people on stage?
No audience, no bouncer. He just has a giant robot that sits in a cupboard and doesn't do anything.
Oh, dude, Dr. Phil would be such a more entertaining show if instead of a bouncer, he had a big robot.
Giant robot, like yeah. Oh my God, if Jerry Springer would have had a robot instead of all these.
Instead of Steve Wilkos.
Maury would have had
Maury would have been great. Maury would have had a great rapport with the robot. He's not on the air anymore.
Have y'all watched? Have y'all ever watched like compilations of the "You Are Not" or not the father, not the mother? Well, not the father.
Not the mother. I think they can verify that one pretty easy.
I don't know, Sal. Could be. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, how come nobody's ever asking who's the mother?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Offended.
But those are just crazy, crazy videos. I think a robot would work out really good.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, maybe not even a real robot, just like a guy in a costume like this.
Yeah, just swinging his arms around, just kind of maybe making some.
No, Maury does have bouncers.
Wait, Maury, what?
Maury has bouncers though, so maybe he doesn't need a robot.
No, I'm saying
nobody needs a robot.
They're all off the air now. There's no more Maury. There's no more Jerry Springer.
Dr. Phil's still going strong.
I think Judge Judy's on like the internet now or something like that.
Dude, have you guys seen Hot Bench?
Oh,
Hot Bench?
Yes, I feel like I've seen
so
Hot Bench, dude. I kind of enjoy.
It's so dumb, dude.
I kind of got into it, man.
They go in and there's 3 judges.
Oh, what?
I like
and
this.
they all go in on it. Yeah, it's great. Like imagine
so stupid.
Shark Tank, but it's a courtroom and you're on trial.
I was gonna say American Idol.
The dumbest situation to put yourself in legally. Why would you want to? It's bad enough to face one judge. Why would you want to face 3 judges?
Well, that's how the Irish judicial system is set up. Is that they have 3 judges that are. It's kind of an adversarial type system where the judges are the ones who actually, instead of a jury, the judges hear the case, they hear the sides, then they deliberate amongst themselves, and then they deliver a verdict.
That makes sense.
I mean, I guess it is better to have 3 people deliberate than.
Now, what I read about Hot Bench is Judge Judy and her husband were in Ireland, and they went and visited like a court, and she really liked how they, their system.
Oh my
God! Are you serious? Are you bullshitting me right now? Are you serious, Stylard?
This is real shit. She was there. She watched this wasn't like too long ago. She was in Ireland. She saw, she's out. She's not a dumb woman. She's out there. She's looking for contests to grow her brand and her shows. And
she's a businesswoman.
It's produced by Judge Judy. It is. I looked it up.
Oh my God.
I did not know that Judge Judy produced Hot Bench.
It's the next generation of courtroom arbitration shows.
Yeah.
But hear me out. 3 judges.
3 judges.
I like that system, honestly. I like it better than a jury.
Well, it's nice because you get to use cool words like tribunal.
Ah, true, yes. Is that what that is? Is that what a tribunal is?
Yeah.
It's try, right?
It's an Elder Scrolls game, or a DLC.
Yeah, it's an Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, most importantly, it's an Elder Scrolls
expansion. Joe's coming in here with all the history, and then he's, of course, got to throw in a video game reference. I don't even get.
You sound like such a boomer.
I don't even get.
What are video games?
Here's my new TV show. It's a courtroom arbitration deal, but you've got Vivek, Alexia, and Sotha Sil. There it was.
I like it.
You flew right over my head there, Evan.
I also have no idea.
I got.
Yeah, that was directed at Jeb.
Was that
or side?
They could try. Yeah, let's do a trial.
So we need a courtroom where the judges are also a firing squad. and upon delivering a guilty verdict, they just open fire. I feel like that would really
And
get
you
a
call
good
it judge, jury, and executioner.
yes.
I got a new Paramount TV show, Drunk Judges. Drunk Tribunal.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Judge Judy and executioner.
Am I the only one that
Oh my
thinks
God, no.
that a courtroom should have like a house band? Like you should have some kind of band in the courtroom that like
Well, like
you
late
get
night
some mood
TV.
music or some like a late night thing. Like like the front man can be the judge's sidekick, and then like if somebody like says something like a lame joke on stage, you give like a put 'em.
Oh, what's your job? Oh, I'm the court organist.
Yeah, exactly, like a baseball game, sure.
And the bailiff is the front man. I like it.
I mean, but might as well
What's
make
your
it more
job? I
like
do
a
the funny
show.
sound effects report.
It would make their more job if every day it's just like you're putting on another show.
There's a lot of crime in my neighborhood.
The legal system, but it's like showbiz. And there's your hot new show, Dick Wolf.
Get on it.
Get on it. Stop with the Law and Order reboots, and try what we're cooking up.
Make
over
this
here.
instead.
Yeah.
Such a funny name to say. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
everybody knows Dick Wolf is a funny name. That's the man's name. Creator of one of the longest running drama television shows on American television.
Why can't he go by Richard Wolf? Why does he have to go by Dick Wolf?
I mean, Richard Wolf just doesn't. It's just too much. Dick Wolf is that's a strong name.
Yeah, Dick.
Dick Wolf.
I don't know. Richard Wolf sounds kind of cool still.
It does sound cool.
Yeah, Richard Wolf could be like a CEO.
Richard
Yeah.
Wolf. Richard Wolf.
With 2 F's.
That's how you know he means business, obviously.
He's got 2 F's and an E.
And an E.
And an E?
Now
That's
you're
a
just
little
being
excessive.
That's
That's too much dick.
It's not as excessive as you spelled your name with only 1 R.
That's
one R and 1 T. 1 R and 1 T.
I'm not one of those terrible, horrible people. No, I hate that. That's not a name that doesn't spell anything. That spells nothing, Fred Rogan. No.
I love it. It just looks it looks so bad with 1 R and 1 T.
You guys are gonna offend somebody out there who only has 1 R and 1 T.
Well,
Good. That's a terrible way to spell it.
Look, they have it hard enough as it is, guys.
You know what? Nobody's gonna blame you if you want to start adding another R and another T to your name. I totally understand as a Garrett who already has an extra R and an extra T. Come over to our side. We're cool over here.
Do you think anyone's ever done that? Like that you become an adult and you change your name, but it's the same name just spelled like a different way?
Yeah,
like, look, I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, you guys got it wrong. I gotta set this straight.
Absolutely.
This is a correction.
People definitely do that. I feel like all the time people do that. I feel like a lot of that is a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk my dog.
Screamshow@gmail.com if that's something that you start doing.
If you've changed your name but not really, shoot us an email.
Shoot us an email.
Tell us your
We'd love to
story.
hear from you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get to this break. It's a quick break. We've been watching the Lugosi trailers this whole season. Late career Lugosi, Edwin Lugosi. So after he did Glenn or Glenda, he did a little movie called Bride of the Monster, which, again, if you've seen Ed Wood, you know, this is kind of like, this is the big movie that they did together. And, you know, Lugosi gets to play your classic mad scientist. He was very good at it. So, you know, it's one of those things. I think that movie came out in 1955. So you'll get to see plenty of Lugosi close-ups and him flexing his mad scientist. So we're going to watch this, and then when we come back, we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of Chapter 11 of The Phantom Creeps. So stick around. We will be right back.
Lobo, take the girl to my quarters.
Janet's car? Yeah. There's not a trace of it.
Let me loose. Do you hear me? You will be soon as big as a giant. Or, like all the others, dead.
Yeah, okay,
That's
sorry.
for our other stream.
Yeah, we were about to get into a whole diatribe, totally unrelated to anything we're talking about tonight during the commercial break. That was a quick break, so we're not gonna get into that. We'll save it for later. Interesting intellectual discussions about the nature of America. No. So so that was the trailer for Bride of the Monster, which it's a fun movie, and again, we will get to watch it on the stream. You know, Lugosi has a pet octopus, and you know, a giant henchman, and you know, full of terrible Ed Wood written dialogue and wooden sets. You know, I mean, you know that when your mad scientist lab backdrop is just like drywall with like stones painted like on it. Like just circles and some grout just like painted with just like no texture, just like one coat of paint.
Yeah, middle school play.
Middle school play set.
Drama club level.
The level that you're dealing with on an Ed Wood production. That's not to say that he didn't have good technicians on his sets and like good crew members that, you know, did other things and worked hard, because he did. But at the same time, you know, and I think Bride of the Monster was one of those productions that it was on and off and on and off because he was constantly having to get the money to finish it, which any enterprising independent filmmaker can tell you that's just the reality of independent filmmaking even now.
Movies always take a ton of money to make.
A ton of money. And even when you think
An absurd amount of money.
You're done, you gotta spend more money.
What's up with the Seinfeld cadence?
Well,
you gotta spend more money.
I've unfortunately found myself in a couple situations doing that. Like, I noticed I'm taking on a Jerry Seinfeld like inflection. I'm like, wait, why am I talking this?
You've got the subconscious Seinfeld.
I do. I think I've been watching too much Seinfeld. Curse you, Comedy Central, and your Seinfeld rerun. Well, I haven't watched any this week, so I don't know.
I'm being haunted by the ghost of Seinfeld.
Being haunted by the ghost of Jerry Seinfeld. No, I'm just being haunted by the ghost of his character in the B movie. not, you know. I like Seinfeld, the show. I know a lot of people aren't necessarily fans, but I don't think Fresh, you don't like it, right?
No, I like if I'm watching it and like I can tell like Larry David wrote a part, I'm like, yeah, that's a good bit. But like if it's like a Seinfeld bit, it sucks.
Yes.
I like I like Curb a lot more because it's Seinfeld without the shitty parts, in my opinion.
I can definitely give you that. I think that's legit. That's a legit take.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair to say that, you know, the Larry Bird bits are generally better.
I mean, I feel like you can look at the like. I feel like even in the show, they kind of make fun of sometimes how bad Jerry's like jokes are. Like sometimes he'll say something like, "Oh, I was gonna use that for a bit in my show," or "I gotta use that," and it's like something bad. And it's just like, what? Are they trying to make it seem like he's a bad comedian, or like what's the deal here? Especially when you watch later seasons where you know Larry David wasn't involved, it kind of loses the I don't know. It's not quite as grounded, and I think that's one thing about Curb that once I finally got into Curb Your Enthusiasm, I really I thought it was like that was what was kind of wild is just the number of wild situations that he finds in that I do find relatable. But at the same time, he just always takes it to the nth degree.
I like it when he like ghosts the mail lady and then she's mad at him. And then like slings his mail all over the yard when she delivers it.
Just little things that always end up happening to Larry. I don't know.
I love it.
Victim of circumstance. God, yeah, great show. Well, we're not watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. We're
The shame.
Fuck yeah, let's watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Is
Fuck
in
it. Yeah.
public domain.
Public domain. Now it is. If it's on the show, it's
We're-
public domain.
Hang on, let's all just jump in our cryogenic pods and we'll jump 100 years into the future.
Set the dials and yep, when it's in the public domain, we'll be ready. We'll be ready to the whole season by season breakdown.
Don't mind
I'm
the
sure
nuclear
things are going to be great in 21-22. I'm feeling it.
Everything's going to be coming up roses in 21-22. Mark our words.
I've been playing the 21-22 simulator recently.
Oh yeah, how are things?
What's going on in 21-22?
Well, in Fallout 76, everything's pretty cool.
Okay, yep.
Everything's
Right,
working
yeah,
great.
We'll watch Curb Your Enthusiasm on a hollow disc.
On our Pit Boy.
I'll just slap it in the Pit Boy.
Yep.
We'll watch it with the tribunal.
Yeah,
we'll all gather around the one working terminal in town.
All these video game references, and here I am. I'm lost. I'm like a child wandering.
Like a
out
babe in the woods.
Like a babe in the woods, listening to all these references. No, it's good. Our audience probably plays a lot of video games. I don't. I'm sorry. I've watched these guys play a lot of video games. But I myself, I like movies. I.e., why we're here tonight. We are gonna get back into the exciting conclusion of Chapter 11 of the Phantom Creeps. Let's see. Is everybody got it queued up?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I want those boots.
Those boots. All right. 3:25:37. Everybody's pretty good.
Hike.
All right. Well, here we go.
I have still enough elements.
I'm just remembering now that the title of this is
before they
The
finish up.
Blast.
No.
Yeah.
Hope that wasn't
Do it
So
now. It would mean to
It should be at the
destroy
end,
my
right?
meteorite.
It's always at the end.
That I have to get back first. I'll go with you. No. You stay here. This is work for the Phantom alone.
Did he just start going by the Phantom in chapter 11?
Right, I've got it. Be on our way in a minute. Be sure and keep Doctor's lab covered. Yeah, goodbye. Headquarters reports that the Phantom radio is broadcasting its mysterious code again. The federal truck's trying to locate it. If we make it snappy, we can find the truck in the vicinity of State and Main Street.
You said I could be in on the finish?
Sure, I'm hoping this will be it. You stand by here, Doctor, in case
yeah.
you need to.
So
Good luck,
are
Bob.
you saying
Thanks,
Dr. Zorka isn't his like villain name?
He's the Phantom Creeps.
You said it.
10.4. Harbor. 210. Urgent.
What is the storm from?
What the fuck, dude? What's going on?
Everybody's talking to everybody.
Oh my surveillance van, they're never gonna know.
9-7. Atlantic. What's wrong? Plenty. The federal radio truck is only 4 blocks away, heading in this direction. Well, they can't decipher this code I'm using. Maybe not. But they can trace from where it's coming from.
The car is the phone.
Our only chance of getting out of the country is by submarine. The French has got a supply one. Okay, make it snappy.
We're getting on a fucking
Continue. 4-3. Pacific.
Do you think that is that boat still in play, or did they sink the boat? I don't remember.
Captain West.
The Phantom radio's in this block somewhere, Captain. The estimates prove that.
Phone for more men. Have them surround the block. We'll search every building in this neighborhood if necessary. Yes. We'll cover as much as we can till help arrives. Jim, you take that street. Come on, Chief.
210. Urgent.
Urgent.
What? Yeah, he's got it. Meteors spotted.
Federal truck stopped at the corner. Captain West just met it. We'll get away in the old car that's parked in the alley. Come.
It all feels like Zorka could just end this if you would stop forgetting to bring the rest of his gadgets. It's like, I've got this robot, and I've got this death ray, and I've got these spider drones, but...
We have to get after him. Mike's got the car.
Well, one of the other
What are you doing?
His car's around the corner.
I'll take it. You stay here and try to find that radio location.
All right.
You better stay here and look out, see if anyone...
Let me drive in case you have to do any shooting.
Wow, just cut him off.
Still want to be in on the finish, eh?
Let me
Here's
drive.
your own.
transitions are nice.
Oh shit. That's the okay.
That was great.
They followed the rules of the road and
Yeah.
safely made it across the tracks.
Oh.
Go ahead, but no more cars are coming through before the blast. Thank you. That's the second time that plunger failed today. All right, touch her off with a fuse, Mike. Okay. Back to work, men.
Isn't that a barricade across the road?
Yes, but it may be a trick to stop us. Keep going.
Oh wow.
Wow, well, that
Wow.
was chapter 11 of the Phantom Creeps.
What a
So,
1940 message. Don't let women drive.
don't let women drive. I think we've all learned that valuable lesson here tonight. Yeah.
But she did so well with the
That's
train.
what I was just about to say. Like, funnily enough, they spent so much time to show us how long she, stopped there, and then yet when there's clearly a guy in front of you yelling, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" like waving his arm, and you just plow right through him and this barricade, and
So all of her caution had been used up at that point. She
yeah,
was ready
pretty
to
much.
just fucking go.
She was in adrenaline mode. All caution has been
She's
used
out of
up.
patience. She used it all for the train.
Right. I used all 3 of my patience plays, and now I have no patience left. I'm just in go mode. And then she just, doesn't hit the brakes, plows right through. I mean, yeah, that's the big takeaway because again, the meteor. Look, did we even see what happened? Was Lugosi just in that car last we saw?
Yeah, that was it. And I think they were
He's
chasing.
stuck in
they
the
were ch-
car and
Yeah, he's used his invisibility and snuck in, and now we gotta wait and see what he does next. I mean, hey, that was chapter 11. Next week is chapter 12, the very last chapter of the Phantom Creep. So we can only hope that, again, with the title like "To Destroy the World," I would hope that all this world domination, mad scientist, spy ring stuff finally comes to a head, by the last chapter. God knows. I feel like they're gonna be making up a lot of ground for all of the filler that we've had the past. Oh, I don't know, 6 or 7 episodes. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the first episodes were pretty full of story and like plot, like things to follow. But after a certain point,
Right. I'm wondering if they're going to try to wrap it up or if they're just going to just cut it. Because I feel like there's probably been half a dozen points at which they could have just said, "This is over now."
oh
Yeah, roll
These
credits.
people have the meteorite; they win.
yeah, because it's not like they've introduced new characters throughout, like, the chapters and taking us to different locations. No, it's been the same shit, just kind of cycling through every couple episodes, and it's like, all right, well, you know,
It's been like a game of football. You gain some yards, you lose some yards, you switch possession. Nobody's getting a touchdown.
nope.
Yeah.
We would only be so lucky that we would get a payoff next week, dude. More than likely, they will
No way.
pull the rug out from under us with some abrupt ending.
Thank you for watching.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, all I need is a thank you, and it'll be worth it. Just at the very end.
Just some praise.
Like, you stuck with it. You watched all 12 chapters of the Phantom Creeps. I mean, again, like, a lot of, like, cool stuff, a lot of cool elements, but it just seems like the MO for movie serials back in the day was not really to have much of a story or a developing plot line outside of just use all this same shit and make it 12 episodes. And so there wasn't really a lot of work going into actually making it a story that you're getting more and more invested in as each week goes on. If anything, again, it's kind of hard to get invested when you can't keep track of your lead, or I mean, again, Lugosi is our, I guess our Lugosi's our lead, but we're having trouble keeping track of the hero. Easy to keep track of Lugosi. Hard to do. But we'll see.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with the supposed main character of this. What has he been up to in the past, like, 4 episodes?
Yes.
Loafing, dude. Seriously loafing at his job, because if he was
He's
good,
gonna swoop in at the last second and remind us that he's the main character.
Yep, take credit for everything, even though he'll probably do very little.
I like how he's suddenly the Phantom, dude. That's cracking me up so much.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck was that? I mean, you haven't referred to him in any way as the Phantom in any of the last 10 episodes. Why are Phantom? That, I think, speaks to how, like, just, like, sloppy and, like, slapshod, like, the writing of something like this is. Like, because, I mean, the whole
I really hope they keep calling him the Phantom in the last episode. Just all of a sudden, everybody's calling him the Phantom.
The Phantom. I mean, maybe we missed it. I'm pretty sure they were not calling him the Phantom.
I don't think they were.
I don't think they were either. Could be wrong, but I don't think. We don't, as far as we know.
I just can't. I can't. I feel bad for, like, the people that paid money every week, and this is what they got.
Well, again, most of those people are children, and they're probably not getting very much anyway. Again, they're pretty much only invested in the cliffhanger. I mean,
Yeah, they want to see Monk get shot and the part where they blow up the car with dynamite.
Oh, yay, the robot comes out. They don't really care what the robot does, as long as the robot shows up.
Yeah, that's true. That makes more
Satisfying.
sense.
I mean, that is, and again, I think that the writers kind of knew who their audience was, so it wasn't
Guys,
like,
are we critiquing a kids show?
essentially that's what we're
Have we been dunking on a kids show this entire time?
It's essentially a kids show. Hi, Sagittarius.
Next week?
Star, first time chatter. Yeah, no, I don't know. It does feel like we've just been critiquing a kids show this whole time. I mean, what are you gonna do? Next week we're getting.
Next week we're watching Lazy Town.
Oh God! I don't even
It's a modern children's show.
Yeah, the kids show.
Yeah, I mean, essentially Nah, I mean, we can only hope that the last chapter is going to be full of exciting payoffs and full of Lugosi mad scientist action. Maybe he'll take over the world and everybody will be Bela Lugosi's slave. And you know, hey, that would be a pretty good ending in my book. But we'll see. We'll see what happens next Wednesday. So join us then for the exciting final chapter of the Phantom Creeps. It's been I guess at this point 11 weeks in the making, 11-ish. So exciting conclusion of that. You can join us this Friday here on Twitch for the main stream at 9 p.m. We're going to be watching a little movie called Isle of the Snake People from, I guess it's 1971. I'm not clear. It's not entirely clear if you would say that it's from 1968 or 1971, but it is a zombie voodoo film starring Boris Karloff. So should be a lot of fun. Evan, I don't know if you've had any time. I know you're busy. I don't know if you've had any time to work on a drink for this week.
Quick, somebody stall while I frantically Google.
Frantically Google.
Yeah, so Sagittarius Star.
Yeah.
We're talking about this this episode of the Phantom Creeps that we just watched. You're catching the tail end of the stream right now, so we're done watching it and we're just discussing it at this point and wrapping up. So I apologize, but you caught us at the tail end here.
Sorry about that. Right at the tail end, right as we're closing out another exciting episode of Phantom Creeps. But again, we're gonna have plenty for you on Friday with Isle of the Snake People.
Okay, so this week's drink is
really? Did you really find something?
Yeah, this one sounds stupid, but it also sounds easy. This week's drink is the Snake Bite. It is just, it's like half and half lager or stout and cider.
Ooh, I think I've had that before.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
Is interesting.
It is interesting. Unfortunately, I'm without a vehicle for the next couple days, so I don't know that I'll be able to make it to the store to buy those ingredients. But should sound simple enough. I certainly like the sound of it. The Snake Bite sounds familiar. I don't know why it sounds familiar. How does it drink? I feel like I've had not that.
Yeah, it sounds like I've had it, but I don't think it was that.
No, I don't think it was. I'm not sure if it was, but it sounds delicious. I'll make a graphic for it. Send me that recipe, Evan. So yeah,
All right.
so join us this Friday for Isle of the Snake People, where for what were you drinking? We'll be drinking the Snake Bite. Should be a lot of fun. Some classic exploitation, cheap, sleazy cinema from Mexico and the United States. So, and another zombie film, which last episode saw that it was Revolt of the Zombies. So, we're continuing with the zombie theme into next week. And also bringing Boris Karloff into the fold. We haven't watched a Karloff movie this season, so I don't think. So we're getting a little bit of our Boris Karloff fix in by watching this, which is one of his later movies. Not necessarily held in high regard by Karloff fans, but still it's public domain, so we're gonna be watching it. We're gonna have a good time. So join us on Friday for that. You can catch all of our past episodes on YouTube. You can find a link below on this page. Fresh Rogan, where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere at Fresh Rogan, bringing you the hottest takes and the freshest memes ever created by anybody ever.
Ever.
Literally ever.
Do you have a website?
I do, freshrogan.com. It looks really good. It's a really clean. You guys should go there right now, actually. It's really, really nice.
Freshrogan.com. Freshrogan.com. Freshrogan.com.
Apply directly to the
It's
forehead.
very nice.
Yes. Evan is off the grid. He doesn't do socials, so you can't find him. Don't.
But
try
you
to
will
find
find
him.
me here. You will find me on Friday.
You will find him on Friday. We will all be here on Friday for another exciting episode. So join us then. Until next time, sweet screams, everybody.
Which, please.